guys, I'm on my way to the greenhouse with a arm full of seedlings. I'm so excited. Hey you guys, my name is Taquisha. This is Our Freedom Song, and I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, so I just grabbed some more of the babies from out of the laundry room to place inside of the greenhouse, and this is the borage, looking beautiful. This is the kohlrabi, looking nice. This one is sage, and the reason why they're in these containers is because not all the seeds sprouted in the soil blocks. So I just took out the blocks that actually had sprouts. This is our sage. These beautiful dahlias. They are humongous because they've had nothing but light. Under the light so much. This one grew so big. I think soon I'm gonna need a pinch. This is our Roselle hibiscus, looking so tall. These are our poppies, so exciting. And then finally we have our echinacea and our artichoke back there, our little baby plants. So happy to see these babies grow. So I am bringing them all into the greenhouse, anything that has sprouted, because we have very warm days this week, and I really want to get them used to kind of being in the greenhouse. The light is not as bright as being outside, and so I've actually had our little plant babies outside today getting some fresh air. I brought our little plant babies outside for some fresh air. It's such a beautiful day today. It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm in South Carolina in Zone 8B, and I am just loving all of the things that are growing. The calendula is looking so much better, and I need to pot these beauties up so that they can continue to grow. I'm not going to plant them out until after our first frost. Well, that is my hope, and we still have 8 weeks. This is the beautiful tray of Tulsi basil, which y'all know I am so excited about. And then we have all of our things over there. But look at this. Look at the echinacea. Y'all, it sprouted right there and right there. Two there, one there, two there, two there, two there. Oh, this is a first for me. I'm so excited. I even brought the rhubarb and the horseradish out just to get a nice drink of water and to get some fresh air as well. Here is all of that baby's breath, y'all. It's still growing. It is still growing. I actually tried to pot a few up just to see how they would survive a few days in a pot, being so like leggy and all the things, and they seem to be living pretty well. And this is the chamomile. I guess I'm most worried about this. I really do not want a chamomile to die. Please stay alive, chamomile. And so they're so tiny, they're so little. This is what they're looking like though. They're hanging in there. This is the straw flower tray. They are beautiful. They still have plenty of time to grow. And this is the dahlias, actually. You can see the difference. It's such a huge difference because these dahlias have been in the greenhouse for at least a week. And so they did slow down because they are not getting 24 hours of light, right? I'm just trying to get these out here as soon as possible so that these plants understand that there's night and day. This Sweet William, as well as this thyme, has really made a huge jump since the last time I showed you these plant babies. I'm so happy that we are growing along together because look at these. That is going to be so fun to watch them from baby into like full grown plant. Like that is such a joy, right? And y'all know these bachelor buttons was already doing the most. They are so happy about life, and I took one cell out and I planted it. It was 4 plants in that one cell, and I think most of these have at least 4 in them. This one might have 3, but I have to find out where these bachelor buttons are going. This will be my first year doing it this way. I did have 1 or 2 bachelor buttons grow last year, but it was not from this stage. And so I'm just so fascinated and amazed at how beautiful these little starts are. They do love the cold weather, and so I just need to pin down exactly where they're going to go. So you guys know, and if you don't know, I was pretty disappointed last year with my flower efforts. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to focus on it. Y'all know I said that. But listen, flowers are so beautiful, and they not only add beauty to the garden, but a lot of the flowers have such an amazing purpose in the garden because they attract certain insects that will then in turn eat your pests. And so I just found out that 2 really great flowers for, say, aphids is yarrow as well as anise hyssop. 2 of them. And I was like, man, that is so good to know. Marigolds are really great, and I plant a ton of marigolds and I love it, and I will still plant a ton of marigolds. But lo and behold, there are other flowers that we can plant amongst our veggies. I love interplanting amongst the veggies and seeing the flowers. Okay, so this year, my goal is to plant 1,000 flowers. 1,000 flowers. That is my goal, y'all. And right now, I am so close. I'm so close because these flowers are doing so very well. It makes my heart so happy. I think I'm at about 600 flowers right now. And that's not including the baby's breath, because if it included the baby's breath or the chamomile, I would be way over 1,000, because we know in this little tray right here, there's 1,000 baby breaths. And so that's not what I mean. And so I'm really excited about the thought of it. I think I'm about at 600 right now, and I have not started. Well, I did start, but I have not counted our summer flowers yet. And so we still have to plant our zinnias and our lots of marigolds, which I'm really excited about. Those are the 2 summer cosmos. Yes, cosmos as well. So those are the 3 summer flowers that I'm going to be planting in abundance and interplanting with the vegetables just because they're beautiful. Okay, so here is my attempt at transplanting. I think that's gonna die. This is my attempt at transplanting the baby's breath. I just do not know if it's gonna live, like if they're just too leggy. I don't know if transplanting really is the answer that I need. I may just need to thin them out. Do have some trays that are right here that are prepped and ready for me to up pot something. I just have to pick what is going to be up potted today. And just in case you were wondering, this is just some makeshift thing I just did to bring the plant out. So this baby gate, which is a cube, was on the side of the road, right? Such a good thing. And this is our old gate. That was our garden gate. And so I just set that on there, and I'm like, this is kind of perfect. I mean, I might just have to use this because I really do want a work table in front of the garden shed. What I realized about the bench that I had sitting here is that I was using it like a table. I wasn't ever sitting on the bench, but I was using it. I think it's one of those things that when you find yourself doing something repeatedly, it's best to just try to see if you cannot cultivate something that supports that. That's how I feel about having a work table right here. I feel like it's very natural for me because I thought about, do I want to plant flowers in the front of the greenhouse? And I really don't. I don't really want to plant flowers right here because I think it would be more useful for me to put a table here that I could set my plants on, that I could pot up if I need to. So really just like an outdoor space that I'll be able to use. But for right now, this makeshift situation is where it's at. So this is where I came out and planted the bachelor button. And we're going to see how it does, but it's been here for a few days and so far so good. I'm so happy to show you guys that we finally got a wheelbarrow, y'all. We be over here just doing what we can do with buckets and all the things, which gets the job done. You don't need a wheelbarrow to get the job done, but this is about to make it so much more simple. So I need to give this beauty a name because she's a part of the garden now. So maybe Bluey. What do you think? So I wanted to show you guys the damage from our snow. So here is the frost damage on the leaves, but it's growing back. It has a new growth in the middle. And that's the thing about these brassicas is that yes, it can get damaged, but if you pick it all the way back to a stem, it'll still grow. These things are resilient. So I'm just going to pick off the dead leaves, or they're not dead, but the damaged leaves, and give the chickens a treat. Y'all want a treat? What you think? Little cabbage? I wanted to show you guys, since we're growing together. I had the lid on. I just took the lid off and I can see some furry stuff, so I think I'm going to leave the lid off. Since we are officially 8 weeks from our last frost, yes, it is time for me to start tomatoes. So I'm going to start some today. I have some tomatoes coming, so I'm not going to start them all today, but I'm going to start some. And I'm one of those ones who actually love starting their tomatoes 8 weeks and they just grow so big. And I just feel like they have such a great long time to just be healthy and strong. And I really love that. And so I take pleasure in the big old tomato plant. So like I said, I'm going to be sowing what I have on hand, which is a few of my favorite varieties, but I have some very unique varieties coming as well. And so I'm truly excited about that. So I'm going to plant this Golden Jubilee. the artesian bumblebee, which is one of my favorites. I could have just had this in the garden last year and been perfectly happy. The flavor on these are so good. And then I have a few of the chocolate cherries in the pack. And so I'm going to not go crazy and sow a reasonable amount. And I'm going to do it in a bulk way. So what I like to do, oh, and I also have some tomatoes from my own tomatoes that I saved, some tomato seeds, and that's the Cherokee purple tomatoes. And so I'm excited to sow those as well. So I'm going to bulk sow these. I'm just going to put the soil in there, and then I'm going to broadcast my seeds on top of the soil, and then I'm going to cover it with vermiculite. And then when they're all grown, I can transfer them out because they are not sensitive to separation. I'll transfer them out and put them in their own individual pots. So first I'm going to start with my Cherokee purple seeds and kind of break them up. This is actually a lot. I don't know what the germination rate is on these because I did not keep them well. I just had them in this glass container with no lid. So I don't know. That could be a fail. Or there could be hundreds like it was last year. If anybody remembers that. Drop an emoji down below, face palm, when I sowed 100 in a container just like this. So we'll see.
2, 3. That's 4.
It was 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So all I do next is take some vermiculite and sprinkle it on the top. I like how the vermiculite keeps the seeds nice and moist. So I am going to be taking these in the house and putting them under the light, and we will watch as they grow and see how it turns out. If you noticed in the back, but I did get some happy mail, and I've been waiting to do a video so that I can open it up with you guys. So I've mentioned to you guys before that I am a GREENSTALK affiliate, and so I always got the code down there in the description box. If you want to order anything from GREENSTALK, definitely use OurFreedomSong and we both win. So I absolutely love how they tape their boxes with this beautiful tape right here, like the honeycomb with the bees. I just absolutely love that. But not only, I would say personally, even as an affiliate working with them, they are such a great company. Like, they are very responsive, and I just feel deeply connected. I do. I feel like their products are really, quality, good quality products, and just love it. Just love opening up their packages because it's always packaged so well. If you've gotten things from GREENSTALK, you know what I mean. So these are their brand new seed starting trays. It comes in a kit, and so they always tell you, like, the person, they have their picture, like, it's about the details. They're so into the details. And then you have your GREENSTALK setup instructions, and I love it because they always put some seeds in there. They always put some seeds in there. Let's see what seeds they sent me today. Long-standing spinach. You know what? I'm gonna plant these. They also always have the best stickers. Like, my collection is collecting right now because these are too good. They're so good. I absolutely love them. So let's pull this beauty out. Okay. Get the whole thing out. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, this is the kit. So what it is, it has the bottom tray right there. So that's the tray for watering. And then this is the tray that these sit in. That's very cool. So you can just carry it. I like that. I really like that. I feel like that's very convenient. Let's do the one hand test. Y'all know I like my 10-20 trays, and I like to do the one hand test because I sow very heavy soil blocks and I need like really good materials. Cool. And I love the black. Thank you, GREENSTAK. I love it. Actually going to plant in it. I didn't realize that these were going to be so big. That is a good size cell. What should I plant in these cells? What should I plant? So I do have a whole basket of marigold seeds that I don't know what they are because I planted several different types of marigolds last year and I just put them all together. So this is going to be a mix. This is going to be a mix, but these are my marigold seeds from our garden and I'm excited about growing them. I'm excited about growing them this year just because they came from the garden and you know, I have a whole small basket full of them. Speaking of GREENSTAK, I did come out here and plant some strawberries in the GREENSTAK, and so I do need to prune these up. So I got these from a local gardening friend and she has a ton of strawberries. So these are either, I think she said either June berries or pine berries. And so because her berry patches is all together, she doesn't know which variety this is. So it'll be a surprise. But she said that using banana water really helps with the growth of the strawberries. And because I feel like I don't really have great strawberry success, y'all, I'm about to be doing me some banana water. We got some organic bananas in the house and I'm keeping the peels in the refrigerator with some water so that I can give these strawberries banana water, and then we're going to see if that's an old wives' tale or if that is legitimate. So another thing I am doing a little bit earlier this year is planting potatoes. I want to get potatoes in early, and then if we get some really hard cold snap, I'm just going to cover them because I want to try to succession plant our potatoes this year. So I'm planning to plant them early, hopefully harvest them in a couple months, maybe April, May, maybe 2, 3 months, and then plant again and then harvest again in June, July. That would be incredible. And so, because we got such a big harvest last year, and I'm hoping for even bigger harvest this year because our family really loves potatoes. I saw this random carrot sprouting up in the front of our house, and I really want to pull it. Wow, that's a beautiful carrot. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the garden today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for growing along with me. Until next time.